She left on a Tuesday morning. No goodbye, no final hug, just the sound of the door closing. For a while, I waited for that sound again, thinking maybe she forgot something. Her book, her scarf, maybe me, but she never came back. And the silence she left behind, it started to echo in ways I didn't expect. Every corner of the house carried her name. The cup she used, the pillow she leaned on. Even the air felt shaped by her memory. I tried to erase her, deleted our photos, threw away her letters, but memory is clever. It hides in small things. A scent, a song, a sound. Sometimes I swear I still hear her voice. Soft, near my ear, calling my name the way she used to. Maybe it's my mind refusing to let go. Or maybe she's not really gone. Not yet. The mornings are the hardest. I still make 2 cups of coffee out of habit. I set one on the table, then realize she's not there to drink it. I tell myself, stop doing this, move on, forget. But forgetting is not something you do. It's something that happens to you. Slowly, painfully, one heartbeat at a time. I remember the last day we laughed together. It was raining. We shared one umbrella. She said, "You always walk too fast." And I slowed down, just to match her step. Now, without her, every step feels heavy, like walking through water, like carrying her absence in my chest. Sometimes, I replay our conversations in my head, not because I miss her words, but because I miss who I was when I said them. She made me softer, kinder, a version of myself I didn't know I could be. And when she left, that version left too. Maybe that's what loss really is. Not losing someone, but losing the part of you that existed only with them. Nights are longer now, not because time changed, but because silence stretches wider without her voice to fill it. I used to love quiet. Now it feels like a punishment. Every tick of the clock sounds like her footsteps leaving again. Sometimes I talk to her picture. I tell her about my day. How nothing really happens anymore. How the world looks the same. But everything feels different. I wonder if she thinks of me. If she walks past the same cafe. If she remembers the song we danced to in the kitchen. She said once, "Love isn't about forever. It's about feeling alive while it lasts." At the time, I didn't understand. I thought forever was the point. But maybe she was right. Maybe love isn't measured in time, but in moments that change who we are. I still carry the book she gave me. It's worn now. The pages smell like dust and her perfume. Sometimes I open it, just to breathe her memory in. She used to underline sentences she loved. One line says, "The heart remembers what the mind forgets." I never noticed it before she left. Now it's all I can think about. There are days when I try to hate her, blame her for leaving, tell myself she was selfish. But hate doesn't stick. It dissolves before it reaches my chest. Because truthfully, she taught me love, and she taught me loss. And both of them feel like her. Sometimes, I close my eyes and hear her laugh. It's not perfect. It's blurry, like a dream fading at sunrise. But it's enough to make me smile. Other times, I hear her say my name. Just once. Softly, like she's reminding me she was real. Maybe memory is the closest thing we have to ghosts. Not haunting us, but holding us, gently, so we don't forget who we used to be. I used to think healing meant letting go. Now I think healing is learning how to hold on differently. Not to the person, but to the lesson they left behind. I started writing again. Just small things. Notes I'll never send. Words I wish I said. Maybe she'll never read them. But maybe, somewhere, she already knows. Because sometimes, when the wind passes my window, I swear it whispers her voice. Not saying goodbye, but saying, "I'm proud of you." It's strange how grief changes shape. At first, it was sharp. Like broken glass under my ribs. Now it's quieter. A dull ache that hums instead of hurts. Maybe that's what acceptance is. Not forgetting, just learning how to breathe beside the memory. I see couples on the street now, laughing, arguing, holding hands like they'll never let go. And I don't feel jealous anymore. Just grateful that I once knew what that felt like. Sometimes I walk by the old bookstore we used to visit. The owner still smiles at me. He doesn't ask where she is. He just says, "Still reading?" And I nod. Because somehow, I am. I read to remember her. But also to remind myself that stories never truly end. They just change narrators. One night, I dreamed of her. Not as she was, but as light. She didn't speak. She didn't need to. Her silence said everything. When I woke up, the world felt softer. Not because she returned, but because I stopped fighting her absence. Loss doesn't disappear. It just teaches you how to see differently. Like adjusting your eyes after the dark. I stopped asking why she left. Maybe there's no reason big enough. Maybe it's not about reason at all. Maybe love, at its core, was never meant to be understood, only felt. So I stopped trying to understand her, and started understanding myself. I learned that love doesn't end when someone leaves. It ends when you stop carrying it with care. And I haven't stopped. Not yet. Now, when I walk into the kitchen, I make 1 cup of coffee. Just one. But I still pour it slowly. Like she's watching. Sometimes I still whisper her name. Not to call her back. Just to remember how it feels on my tongue. And then silence. Not empty, but peaceful. I don't hear her voice anymore. But maybe that's because her voice has become part of mine. When I speak softly, when I choose kindness, when I pause before I walk away, that's her, still here. She's gone, but I still hear her voice. Not in the air around me, but in the person I've become. And maybe, that's what love really is. Not holding on to someone, but letting them live inside you, quietly, until the world feels whole again.